real estate. Welcome to the auction of 13 Hone Avenue in Blackburn South. For those of you who don't know me, Calvin Chan is my name. Also the listing agent alongside Wen Yu, who has been working tirelessly throughout this entire campaign. We also have my colleagues here today, Demi, Nathan, Jim, here to assist you with any questions throughout the auction process. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the vendors for entrusting us with this prime piece of real estate behind us. To the neighbours in the crowd, thank you for coming and for making this part of Blackburn South one of the best places to live in. To the bidders in the crowd, thank you for coming. We've also got bidders registered online. Thank you for coming, and I wish you all the best in the bidding procedure. And to that one lucky buyer, we congratulate you in advance on your astute purchase. This auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available before the commencement of the auction. As auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders upon request and the right to place bids on behalf of the sellers, otherwise known as vendor bids. If and when I decide to place those bids, I'll simply say vendor bid. This auction prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders attempting to prevent us from bidding, and provides fines for misconduct. And last but not least, when this paperwork hits my hand and this property is deemed sold, I'll absolutely take no late bids and offers beyond that point. If you're successful here today, all that I require from you is a little 10% deposit of the full purchase price, and a settlement time, you pick the time frame that suits you best. And the sellers have been quite flexible here today, anywhere within the vicinity of 30 through to 120 days, unless prior arrangements have been made with you beforehand. In the instance where you're bidding against vendor bids, you have two options: to not bid against the highest vendor bid, which means that you'll decrease your chances of being successful here today, as we'll get to negotiate with multiple parties afterwards, as you can see here. On the positive flip side, however, is that if you do bid against the highest vendor bid, you earn yourself the exclusive right to negotiate with the sellers, and statistically speaking, you'll increase your chances of being successful here today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you see is what you get. A beautiful weatherboard home in prime Blackburn South location, where a lot of you are looking for the Box Hill High School zoning. Walking distance Box Hill High, of course, and you also service by 3 train stations nearby: Laburnum, Blackburn, Box Hill, all within close proximity. This location, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to keep the original house and do a renovation, or whether you're looking to build a brand new home, which is also popular in the current marketplace, a double-storey, 50-square home with a volume builder or custom builder, ladies and gentlemen, and sell it for many, many $1 million more. Here's your opportunity in prime Blackburn South, ladies and gentlemen, with a wide frontage to do whatever you want. We're in your hands now, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to help you buy. Where can I see a fair and reasonable start today for 13 Hone Avenue in Blackburn South now? I'm in your hands. Opening bidder offer now, ladies and gentlemen. What do you say? $900. Welcome to the bidding here, sir, at $900,000 now, am I right? At $900,000 here, you're $900,000 above everyone else. At $900,000 at the moment. Gordon, do you want to buy today? At $900,000 here, am I right? At $900,000, how am I here? 910. At $910,000 now on the left-hand side. At 910 and back against you, sir. At 950. 950, thank you, ma'am, at $950,000 at the moment. At 950, 960, thank you, sir. Welcome to the bidding here. Now, what have you involved? At $960,000. When anything here? At 960 at the moment. At $960,000. 960. Back against you.
965.
Sorry?
965.
965. We're 970. At 970, straight back at you, sir. $970,000. At $1 million here. Thank you, Demi. At $1 million. Quick and easy here now. $1 million now on the left. At $1 million back against you, sir. And gentlemen here on my right as well. $1,005,000. $1,005,000 back in front. $1,005,000. 10. Thank you, sir. $1,010,000. At $1,010,000 here. Can I say 20? At $1,010,000 at the moment.
15.
15.
15.
15, thank you, sir. Getting ahead of myself here. 15 here on the left-hand side. At $1,015,000 now. Back against you, sir. $1,015,000. 20, thank you.
25.
25, thank you. 30, may I say?
$1,050,000.
$1,050,000, thank you, Demi. $1,050,000 now. At $1,050,000 now. When? What do you say? At $1,050,000. At $1,055,000, thank you, sir. $1,055,000. At $1,055,000. Ravi, what do you say? At $1,055,000. Great value here. Buying in the heart of Blackburn South. Box Hill High School zoning, ladies and gentlemen. $1,055,000. At $1,055,000. Anything here, Demi? $1,055,000.
65.
65, thank you, sir. 65, how about you? Haven't heard anything from you in a while, sir. 1,065,000 and 1,065,000 back against you, sir. Can I say 70 or more? And 1,065,000 at the moment. 70, thank you now. Back in front, 1,070,000 and $1,070,000 now. Can I say 75 or more? And $1,070,000 now, chipping away increments of $5,000 and $1,070,000. And $1,070,000 now. $1,070,000, Demi, what do you say? $1,070,000 and $1,070,000. Look at how quiet this street is. We've been here conducting this auction. No cars have passed. At $1,070,000 at the moment. And $1,070,000. Gentlemen's offer $1,070,000 and $1 million on the market and selling now. You heard it from Wen here today. At $1,070,000, which means we're playing for 1.1 bang. At 1.1 back in front here. At $1,100,000 on my left. At 1.1 now. Any bids here? Playing for keeps, ladies and gentlemen. At 1.1. At 1.1.
1.11.
I heard it here first. 1.11. 1.11. 1.12. Back against you, Jim. 30 now. 1.13. At 1,130,000 now. 1.14. Thank you, sir. 150. 1,150,000 now. 50, can I say 60, sir? At 1.15. At 1,150,000 at the moment. At 1,150. 16, thank you, sir. 16 here. Nathan, what do you say? Can I say 70? 70, thank you on the nod.
1.18.
180 now. Lucky number 8 back against you, Nathan. What do you say? At 1.18. Can I see 90? Can I see 90 or straight 1.2? At $1,180,000. At 1.18. At $1,180,000 here. Must remind you, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the market and selling at 1.990. Thank you, Jim. At 1,190. At $1,190,000. At 1,190. Nathan, anything here? Gentlemen in front here. 1.2. Thank you, sir. At 1.2, bang. At $1,200,000 here. At 1.2 on my left-hand side. At $1,200,000. Think about this location. A beautiful tree-lined street in the heart of Blackburn South. Walking distance to Woolworths. 5,000 now. 1.195. 205. I'm glad someone's paying attention. At 1.205. At 1,006. Sorry. 1,000. 1,000. Thank you, sir. 1.206. At $1,206,000. 206. 10. 10. Thank you, Demi. At 1.21. At $1,210,000 now. Anything here now? At 1,210. At $1,210,000. Can I see 11 or more? At 1,210,000. 11, thank you, sir. Welcome to the bidding here now and wish you all the best. At 1,211,000. 215, thank you on my left-hand side. 1.215. New bidders only means one thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're still in a great value buying zone. At 1.215. 5,020. 1.22. 25, back in front. At 1.225. 30 now, straight back at you, sir. 35 at 1.235. 40 now, 1.24 at 1.240. 45, 1.245 at 1.50 now, 1.25 at 1,250,000 now. Can I see 60 here? At 1,250,000 at the moment. At 1.25 at $1,250,000 on my right hand side. Can I say 60 or more? At 1,250,000 at the moment. Good bidding here, folks. That's how you purchase prime real estate in Blackburn South at 1.25. At $1,250,000 here on my right hand side. At 1.250. At $1,250,000. At 1.250. Any bids here? 5, thank you, sir. 1.255. Sorry? 55 already. We can't go backwards, Jim. At 1,250,000. 60. 1.26. At 1.26 back against you, Jim. Now's the time to try your cheeky $1,000 bid, perhaps at 1.26. At $1,260,000 here on my right-hand side. At 1.26. At 1.260. At $1,260,000 here now. At 1.260. At $1,260,000. Holding the bid here. At 1.260. At $1,260,000.
5.
5, thank you, sir. 1265. 70 now, straight back at you at 1270. Can I see 75, sir, to get you back in front at 1270? At $1,270,000 now at 1270. At $1,270,000. Demi, anything here on my left hand side? At $1,270,000 now. As I said before, soul sticker will be slapped onto the board here today at 1270. At $1,270,000 here. 1270. 13 Hone Avenue in Blackburn South will have a new owner here today at $1,270,000. $5,000, 1275. Thank you, sir. 1,275. At 1275, Winston, you want to buy this property at 1280. At $1,280,000 now. Thank you, Wen. At 1,280. At 1280, back against you, sir. What do you say? 5, another 5. 85. 85, can I see 1.29? 90, straight back at you, sir. Sure. You're bidding so confidently. At 1290. At 1290. $5,000 is all that separates you between the competition here today. At $1,290,000 now. 1290. I think 1.3 could do it. Could be that knockout bid that we're looking for, sir. At 1290. And put you into the box seat to buy 13 Hone Avenue in Blackburn South at $1,290,000. And put your property search journey to an end here today. At $1,290,000, you won't need to go to any more open for inspections or bid against so many buyers and an auction. At $1,290,000, if you just stretch yourself a little bit, you won't even remember the price that you paid here today in the next 5-10 years time as population grows. At 1.3 now on my left hand side. At 1.3, as population grows in Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen, price is only going to go one way. At $1,300,000 and inflation going through the roof. Property is the perfect hedge, ladies and gentlemen, at 1.3 on my left. At $1,300,000 now on my left-hand side, can I see another 5 or 10? At 1.3 now, knockout offer here on my left. At $1,300,000. 1.3 at the moment. 1.3. At 1.3. 5. Another 5 now, thank you, ma'am, at 1,305. At $1,305,000 now. 1,305, Wen, need to know now at 1,305. At $1,305,000 now. Are you sure? A couple families shaking their heads at the moment, which indicates to me people are stretching the limits here at 1,305. So the next bid could be that winning knockout offer at $1,305,000, and you'll be the proud new owner of 13 Hone Avenue in Blackburn South. Think about the potential of what you can do on this property and this block at 1,305. A clean flat block ready for you to knock down and rebuild perhaps at $1,305,000 at the moment. At 1,306. Thank you, sir. At 1,306. At 1,300,000. Another 5 now, 11. At 1,311. Lucky my maths is good. At 1,311. At $1,311,000, Jim, what do you say? At 1,311. At 1,311 at the moment. Can I see a 20? At 1,311. Any bids from online we need to know at 1,311. Looks like it's the late stages of the auctions, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,311. Can I see you come back in, sir, with another $1,000 perhaps? At 1,311. At $1,311,000. Jim. At what? I can tell you his passcode if you want. At 1,311. At $1,311,000 here. At 1,311. At 1,311 here. Holding the bid on my right hand side at 1,311. At 1,311. At 1,311, when any bids in the crowd need to know. 1,311, ladies and gentlemen, going to call it 3 times here. At $1,311,000. Another one, 12, back in front. 12, back against you now. Can I see another 5? At 1,312, 17, thank you. At 1,317. At 1,317 at the moment. At 1,317. At $1,317,000. Nathan, anything here in the back? At 1,317. At 1,317. 17 here. Can I see 20? What do you say, Steve? Beverly, add another property to your growing portfolio in Blackburn South at 1,317. At 1,317. Another 1, 18. Lucky number 8. Can I see another 5, man? And put you to 23.
Another 1 here.
Another 1. Bids are slowing down. 1,319. I was certain that you were going to come back with 5 at 1,319. At 1,319. Can I see 20, sir? Gentlemen, looks like his 1319. At 1319. Wife wants the property, sir. Happy wife, happy life. At 1319. What do you say? Don't go home today without buying real estate, especially prime real estate in Blackburn South. At 1319. I know this is the part that hurts, sir, but it's the part that counts. At 1,219. Every bid here.
Another one.
Getting you closer. 1320. 21. Getting you closer to be the proud new owner. 13 Hone Avenue in Blackburn South at 1321. At 1321. At 1321. Anything here, Jim? Need to know. 1321. Sell at any moment here now, ladies and gentlemen. No late bids, no late offers. At 1321. Wen Yu, anything in the back? At $1,321,000 here. So make sure that I haven't missed out on any other buyers behind me. At 1321. At $1,321,000 here. First call now, 1321. 25, thank you, sir. We've missed you. And back in front here at 1325. At $1,325,000 here on my left. At 1325, ma'am, can I see 30? At 1325. At 1325. On the phone. Taking instructions. Another one here. Perhaps with their broker. At 1326. To see how much more money they could borrow. At 1326 and back against you, sir. At $1,326,000. You've knocked out one buyer already. At 1326. They've given up. At 1326. That's not an indication for you to give up though. At 1326. On my right hand side. Back against you. 30, thank you. Oh. 1320. 1320. Or 1330. 30 here on my left. Yeah, we can't go back. That's sure. 1330. Some buyers might wish for that. At 1330. Back against you. When? What do you say? 1330. This is the $1,000 here. Another $1,000. 1331. 31. Can I say 35, sir? 40. At 1331. 40. 35. 35. 1335. 30. Another 136. Can I say 40? 1. 37. 37 now. They're copying your strategy. Another 1. 38. 39. 40 now say. At 1339. 40. 45, bang, at 1345. At $1,345,000 here on my left. At 1345. Another 550 at 1350 now. At $1,350,000 here on my left hand side. 50, 52. 52. 52 confirming the bid. Back against you here, Demi. At 53. 53 back against you, sir. At $1,355. 55, can I say 60, ma'am? Another 1. 56. 1356. At $1,356,000. At 1356. 60, thank you, sir. 1360. At 1360 on my left. Another 1. 61. At 1361. At $1,361,000. 61. Can I see another bid from you, sir? At 1361. At $1,361,000 at the moment. 1361. Back against you, sir. 1361. Can I see another bid? At $1,361,000. 65. Thank you, Nathan. At 1365. At $1,365,000. 65 at the moment. 65. 65. 68. Lucky number 8. At 1368. I think 1380 sounds even luckier. At 1368. Back against you, Nathan. Nathan, what do you say? 1368 at the moment. At 1368. 1368. $3,000. 70? 70, thank you, sir. 1370. At 1370 at 13, another 2, 72. 72, are you sure, sir? Are you sure? We're going to miss you if you say that. At 1372. At $1,372,000. I'm sure the buyers here are happy to see you say that. At 1372. Are you sure you wouldn't give up on $2,000? At 1372. You run the risk of paying more at future auctions with clearance rates starting to pick back up again, ladies and gentlemen. At 1372. indications is the market has bottom, ladies and gentlemen, at 1372, and it's starting to go back up at 1372, at $1,372,000. 1372. As I said,
3,000.
3,000. Thank you, sir. 1375. At 1375. At 1375 at the moment. At 1375. At $1,375,000. 1375. At $1,375,000. Going to call 3 times here. First call now, 1375. Second opportunity here now. 76. 76. You made them think about that one, sir. At 1376, which only means one thing. They're stretching the limits here as well. At 1376. At $1,376,000. Let's go 80, sir. Could be that knockout offer that we've been looking for. At 1376. At $1,376,000. 1376 here. It's 2 for now at the moment. A flip of a coin to decide who will be the purchaser. 13 Owen Avenue in Blackburn South at 1376. That's how tight things are at the moment. At $1,376,000. 1376. Look back at the property, sir. See what an opportunity this is if you miss out on them today. At 1376, you'll be back onto the marketplace. At 1376, as you can see, plenty of buyers on the marketplace. You're going to be competing with more buyers with less and less stock on the marketplace at 1376. At $1,376,000 at the moment. At 1376 here on the right hand side. At 1376. At $1,376,000, ladies and gentlemen. 1376, going to call it 3 times here. So I'm sure and you're sure. Calculator's been pulled out here at 1376. First call now, 1376. Second opportunity here now at 1,177. 77 now back against you, Danny. Another 178 at 1378, gentlemen. Voting a friend. We're going to give you the opportunity and time at 1378. At 1378, hopefully it's good news. You've been pre-approved for a bigger amount, hopefully 1.4. At $1,378,000 now. At 1378. At 1378 now back against you, sir. At 1378 at the moment. 1378. $1,000. 1378. At 1378 now. 1378. At 1378 here. On my right. 1378 back against you, when? Need to know when at 1378. 1378, ladies and gentlemen. At 1378, going to call it 3 times here. First call now, $1,378,000. Second opportunity here now at $1,378,000. Can't hold it for much longer, sir. I need to know now for the third and final call at $1,378,000. Are you sure, sir? 1378.
80.
80, bang, at 1380. I knew you had a little bit left in you, sir, and thank you for that. At 1380. At 1380, back against you, man. What do you say? At 1380. At 1380 here. Any other bidders? Is your chance to jump in and buy?
Another one.
Another 181. 1381. At $1,381,000 here. 1381. When? What do you say? Let's try another 2 or more. At $1,381,000. Seeing if there's any other buyers here that are waiting to bid at $1,381,000 at the moment. We're going to be selling away. 1381. Give you 10 seconds to change your mind, sir. At $1,381,000. Going to call it 3 times here. First call now, 1381. Second opportunity here now at $1,381,000. For the third and final call now at $1,381,000. Thank you for your participation, sir. Looks like you're in the box seat. Get ready to celebrate. If no one jumps in here now at $1,381,000. Going to call it final 3 more times and sell away. First, second, third and final call now at $1,381,000. $381,000 on behalf of the team at Buxton Real Estate. Wen and I have been the selling agents for this property, and we look forward to talking to you after the auction about $1,381,000. Put your hands together to new purchasers. This property is selling. This property is selling. This property is sold. Congratulations. Commiserations to the underbidders. Congratulations to our vendors. Thank you for attending another Buxton auction.